Hello, 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 hello. Thank you for joining me today. This site is called Take What Rings True. So the whole idea is if you don't believe something I say, that's fine. Take what rings true to you, let the rest go. So today I would like to talk about spiritual gifts. And are you feeling your soul calling you? Maybe it's time to claim your spiritual gifts. There are three reasons. First, people need you. Second, you can claim your gifts now. And third, help is available to claim your gifts. Hey, Paulette, yay. Okay, there are so many ways to help other people in this transition time. As you know, we're shifting to a different dimension, uh, a different time and experience. And some people are going to choose to stay in 3D, and that's their soul's choice. Other people are going to choose, which most people who would be listening to this would be choosing to ascend, quote, ascend. So that means you're raising your vibration. You are paying attention to your higher self, your higher consciousness, and you're stepping into your true essence and gathering your gifts. So it seems to take me longer than most people to step into an ability or a gift. So I had to start a few years ago. I felt a soul calling and I complained to my spirit guides and angels. I've talked about this before, um, because I felt like there was something happening, the ascension, the change in what was happening, the change in earth, the change in society, the change in ourselves. But I didn't know what to do. So I wanted a channel, a psychic channel that I could believe. And I thought, okay, they will be able to tell me what's going on. Well, little did I know, I was also going to become a channel. So it's that be careful what you ask for, you may get it. Um, I didn't realize that I knew I'd been a channel in other lifetimes, but I didn't realize I was going to be one in this lifetime. So if you have felt your soul calling, like I'm supposed to be doing something, I'm supposed to be doing something, or I need to know more, there's something going on, I need to know what's going on. Then if you have slow uptake like me, then you have to get rid of the blocks that you've already put in place. I had so many blocks. My third eye was not open. I couldn't channel because I had literally blocked my body's energy. Um, like from my heart space, nothing was connected to the earth. So you know how they say that you should ground yourself and then raise your vibration and you'll become more intuitive and feel more at ease. So if we put like platinum columns in the corners of our room and filled the room with white light and ask that everybody we're going to be working with filled with light and their rooms also be cleared, well, that's a start. But I had blocked myself. So because my third eye wasn't open, I wasn't going to be channeling because I'd blocked myself. I even had a little spirit inside of me, making sure nobody was going to break that block. I'm really good at stopping things from happening, I guess, spiritually wise. So if you're having trouble with getting rid of emotions you don't need or life experiences you're holding on to from this life or another life, there's ways to let that go. You can contact me. You can do it during meditation. You can do it during hypnosis. Some dream interpreters can help you. Some psychic channels like me can help you. Some energy healers can help you. People who do past life regression. A lot of times then you would tell yourself, what's blocking you and get rid of it. Unneeded, let it go. Been there, done that. Okay, now gifts. You do not have to be a psychic. That's not the be all and end all for gifts for people. You may be a person who's holding space for other people to ascend. You may be a way shower, just an example of how to get through life in this time period. You may be a helper in some way, like a meditation guide or a hypnotist, or a dream interpreter, or a psychic, or a crystal healer, or an energy healer. There's lots and lots of ways we have gifts. So it can also be just showing love and holding love for people, showing compassion, showing how to forgive. It may be a gift that you have that you need to pull from your soul. So a lot of gifts that are coming up right now, and the reason people are feeling the soul call is because they need to work on their gift to bring it in. So a lot of gifts of service to others need to be honed at this time. So you can gather your spiritual gifts now. You charted them in your life chart as something you can bring in. You can bring in gifts from other lifetimes. You can also bring in, I know that I've been allowed by angels, I guess, source, God, universe, whatever, to help people bring in gifts that aren't on their chart. So that's kind of exciting. Anyway, gifts. You may have the gift of calming other people. You may have the gift of showing love and holding it. You may have the gift of having people feel they're protected. You may have the gift of moving energy. You might be a gift of showing mediumship or psychic abilities or channeling or any of the clairs. You might be a person who petitions for miracles like the universe letters. And that also includes helping people move into remission for illness or curing illness when you petition for miracles. I know this has happened because I've been involved in, Sue and Helen and Rita and I are all going to work on curing this person or having them be as well as possible. And we write universe letters and jointly put our energy into it, and people have gone into remission or had cures. So in this case, helping people identify and gather spiritual gifts. That's what I'd like you to do. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Now, some people may not consider this a gift. Empathy is a gift. Some people get overwhelmed by it. You go to a big box store and it's like you're just inundated with too much information, too much energy, which is why you need to raise your vibration and before you go into the store, raise the vibration inside the store so that people meet you and you don't have to come down to their level and get bombarded. You can also ask to be invisible. So if you want to know more about that, you can contact me. I've talked about invisibility on another broadcast. Anyway, so crystal healer, you could be a crystal healer. Use crystals and use the energy in crystals to help other people. You could be a massage therapist or another kind of therapist that helps people. There are many, many, many kinds of gifts to help people during this time. Now, we all have gifts that we know are coming in. Everyone's intuition is coming in more. Everyone is psychic in that ability. Everyone has intuition. And a lot of that intuition is being alert and paying attention when your spirit guides give you information or when God gives you information or source, or sometimes angels are giving you information, wherever it's coming from the spiritual realm. Some people are clairsentient. I'm a bit clairsentient. Other people are more clairsentient and they are empathic. Some people are clairvoyant. I can do that one. Inner sight or spiritual visions. Some people are clairaudient. They hear the divine or spiritual messages. Have you ever woken up or heard all of a sudden someone's called your name and there's no one there? That's clairaudience. Maybe you're good at dream interpretation and you receive guidance through your dreams or you help other people understand their dreams. Maybe you're a medium. Maybe you're a channel. Everyone's psychic in some way, but you may not be the be all and end all gift of channeling or mediumship. But everyone is psychic. The more spiritual you become, the more psychic you become. And angels are also telling us that we're going to all become more empathic because that's the way to peace. When you can feel and understand what other people are feeling, then that's going to bring world peace because there's no, oh, he's the bad guy. No, you know how they feel. Healing hands. You may be a hands-on healer. You may be an energy healer. Now, you don't have to take a Reiki class. It's not that difficult to be a hands-on healer. You can specialize in something like Reiki, but you can be a remote healer. I'm a remote healer, and I'm also a hands-on healer. I'm an energy healer. I can move people's energy. I can see inside people. So that's called psychic surgeon. So that's one of my gifts. All of us are becoming better manifestors. We're all creators. We're all gaining better abilities to create, to align our thoughts with what we want, with our earthly reality, which we're told is not a reality. It's like a play. And we influence what's happening in the play. So if you want a parking place close to the store, then before you go to the store or on the way to the store, you say, I would like a parking place and ask for that, and then assume it's going to be there. One of my friends is really good about manifesting. And one reason she's good about manifesting is because she states her desire and then she sees it, feels it, expects it to be there. And it is. I've talked about my friend Corinne, who asked everybody to please put energy into money coming to her. That she attracts money, money just comes to her, wealth comes to her. Next thing you know, she was a nanny. Her boss gave her a trip to visit her relatives for a couple of weeks in Germany, and all expenses paid. Well, that's money coming to you. It's like she expected it, it came to her. Another form of spiritual gift is creativity, inspired artistry, divine creativity. You know, the people who make those wonderful mandalas out of flowers or out of chalk or paint them, or people who make those beautiful pictures. That's inspired artistry. Artistry. Can't say that word. Okay, you may have the gift of bringing harmony, calming people, maybe peacemaking. You create balance and unity. Maybe you have a gift of spiritual leadership, guiding other people on their life path. I have some of that. Intercession. Now, that's what universe letters are, intercession. The gift of prayer, a powerful prayer, intention setting, universe letters. All of us can do that, intercession. Some people are more powerful in doing that. So we already covered some of the clairs. Clairvoyance is intuitive vision, symbols, or inner images. You see a picture or sense a place that you've never been, or get a symbolic message like a rose for love or whatever it is during meditation. That's clairvoyance. Clairaudience, you hear spiritual guidance, or you hear words or tones or music. As I said, you hear your name called and no one's there. Or you hear a phrase like, go now, or whatever it is, some command. I got one the other day. I was doing a healing, a remote healing on someone of their past life. I can see people's past lives just by thinking about them if they're having a block, especially. Anyway, so I was doing this remote healing, and all of a sudden I got be aware, and I saw someone's guide that I know that I've seen that guide before, and I know that person. And the message was be aware, and there's more to it. But anyway, I heard be aware. So I gave that message to her and told her what it meant in that point in time. But you get clairaudience. Now, to me, the clairaudience is not like uh, an actual voice. It's sort of like the voice plays in your head or the music plays in your head. I also get a message that's a song that enables me to know I'm finished with my healing and finished with the energy healing and of what I'm trying to do at that point in time. They play my song. So you may have clear audience. So today I would like you to reflect and see which ones of these might be your gifts. Another gift is clairsentience. That's clear feeling. We talked about that a little bit. So maybe you walk into a room and you instantly feel tension and you look around. Maybe there's somebody arguing or somebody not feeling good. Or suddenly you get goosebumps when a truth is spoken. That's clairsentience. Maybe you have claircognizant. You just know something without logic or proof. So you know someone's calling before you look, or you have an unshakable sense that someone is safe or someone is in danger. That's claircognizance, a knowing. Maybe you have clairalliance. I don't know if I say that one right. It's smelling sense with no physical source. You know, there's no reason to smell burnt toast, but I could smell my grandmother's burnt toast because to me, that's her signal for coming to me. She used to burn food all the time. Maybe you smell your grandmother's perfume, or I can sometimes smell my great grandfather's cherry. He used to smoke a pipe and it smelled like cherry. So sometimes I can smell that. I know I was with a friend at a conference and I was uh, clearing the room and bringing in the mother goddess, etc. And she walked in the room and said, I can smell, and she was talking about a flower, and I knew that was the scent of the mother goddess. So maybe you have clairalliance, and maybe you have a little bit of all of these. Maybe you have gustance. I think that's how you say it, clear tasting. You taste something without eating it. Maybe you have a sudden taste of spaghetti, or you have a sudden taste of chocolate, or you have a sudden taste of garlic, whatever it is. And it's connected to a memory or a spirit or a message. So maybe you've had that experience at some point in time. Maybe you have clear engency, which is clear touching. You receive information by touching, psychometry. You touch this dresser, which is one thing my mentor, Sylvia Brown, would say, touch, or Francine, her guide. If you're going to buy something in an antique store or something that's used, touch it and then wait for a moment and reflect. Does it feel negative? Maybe it was from this really angry person and you don't want that in your house, or you need to clear it before you can keep it. Or I would suggest clearing it before you would keep it. Maybe it's a car that was built on a Monday and that person, those people working on that were very angry because they had to work on Monday. Well, maybe you don't want that car. Maybe you want the one next to it, or you need to clear that car. So touching. You hold someone's ring and you sense its history, or touching a wall and you feel the emotions of the events there. Clair empathy. Now, everybody probably knows about empathy. It's directly feeling someone else's emotions or physical sensations. Maybe you cry when someone else is sad before they even speak, or you feel tired after being near a drained person. That's a sign of clear empathy. Clear intellect or clear thinking. That's downloading ideas or concepts or solutions. So you get the answer to a problem, it just drops in. Or you wake up with a new invention or phrase fully formed. I think I've talked about this before. I took a class on NLP, neuro linguistic programming. And then when I got home from taking that class, um, I got downloads for 3 days for a new form of NLP for kids. So I guess that was clear thinking. So many different kinds of gifts, and it doesn't have to be fancy dancy. It can be you have the gift of calming people. You have the gift of holding space. You have the gift of whatever, the gift of leadership, the gift of just being the example to others of how to get through this life. But at this point in time, many people are bringing in other gifts. So if you feel that you have other gifts that you can bring in or other gifts you want to bring in, then you need to reflect on that and decide, okay, what is it I want to do? And how can I make that happen or make it come in more easily? If you don't know how, then you would hypnosis, um, work with an energy healer or a psychic channel like me that can help you bring that in. But make sure, number one, their vibration is as high as yours or higher. And number two, make sure that they can actually do what you want them to do. So make sure you chat with them before, because there's some psychics who just are not into that. They're not into bringing people's gifts. They only read your chart. Maybe the gift you want is not in your chart, but it can be brought from a past life, or it can be bestowed upon you. And I've talked about that. On occasion, I've had people bring in gifts that are not in their chart. So that is possible. And you can contact me if you want help. So today, I would like you to think about your gifts. There's also a class you can take. I think it's like a 8 or 10 week class. You take 2 of those classes, and then there's a follow up of bringing in your psychic gifts or your spiritual gifts. So I don't know. That's kind of a long time period, but sometimes you need to work on the blocks that are happening before your gifts can come in. And as I said, some people are slow to the uptake, like me, and I had to slowly get rid of the blocks. And then it took me like, what, a year and a half to actually bring in my channeling ability, because I question everything. Like, I can be very analytical. It's like, oh, that can't be true. Somebody asks me a question or whatever, and it's like, oh, no, that can't be true. No, I don't know about that. And I bring myself out of the channel, bring myself out of the channel, bring myself out of the channel instead of staying there. If you are a psychic or you are working on being a psychic, the best advice I heard ever was when Francine, Sylvia Spirit Guide, Sylvia Brown Spirit Guide, and Sylvia Brown would talk about just talk, don't think. So the whole idea, if you're a channel, then the information is coming in packets to you. And all you do is just repeat what's coming to you, repeat what's coming to you, repeat what's coming to you, not thinking. You go to your heart space and you allow the information to come and stop thinking about it, because then you're coloring it and changing it. And I also like to make sure that I'm reporting what I'm seeing or reporting what I'm sensing. I know at one point in time, Sylvia Brown was asked if this child was still alive, and she saw the child being held underwater. So instead of upsetting the mom and saying she's drowning, she said, no, I don't believe she's alive anymore, but didn't explain that she's being held underwater. Well, come to find out, the person who was holding her did not actually kill her. He would just hold her underwater until she would almost die and then let her come up. And that was a control thing that he did. It's kind of depressing at the end of this, but anyway, and she did tell the lady, I hope that I'm wrong. And that's become a famous point in time where Sylvia's criticized for not being accurate. Well, she was accurate, but she didn't give the detail of, I see her being drowned. So anyway, and only God is perfect. God is perfect. The rest of us do the best we can and just go on our path and have the best intention. So if I'm being psychic, if for someone or reading for someone, channeling for someone, then I report what I see, report what I hear, report what I feel. I may be misinterpreting something. Well, my intention is to do the best I can. And the same thing for everybody else. If you are trying to calm people, if you're trying to hold space for people, you just do the best you can. And you don't worry about whether you are 100% correct. If you're trying to heal someone and you think, oh, I need to heal their liver and it's really your gallbladder, well, you're sending healing. And that probably helps the gallbladder too. And I remember someone was sent to me. It was someone that I actually knew. I had helped someone, and then she sent somebody else to me who had cancer. And I was looking inside her body and I saw where the cancer was. And she said, no, that's not where it is. It's like the doctor had told her that it was in 2 places, but I also saw it in other places. But she didn't believe me, which is fine. It's her choice. It's her chart. It's her life. And so I think her soul was choosing to exit. So she wasn't going to listen to me. It's like, okay, you don't want healing in that part of your body? That's fine. It's your choice. So remember, you do not have to have any of the clairs, clairvoyant, clairaudient, clair whatever, but you probably have a little. You don't have to have a big highfalutin spiritual gift. It can just be showing people that you're an example of how to get through life without being crazy. Because right now, a lot of people are just going crazy. It's like their vibration is raising, and so they're calling the doctor, something's wrong, I feel awful, and they're like fighting and resisting the changes that are coming. And that just makes you feel awful. But if you're the example, people can see, oh, okay, she's going through the same ups and downs. She's feeling really tired. She's feeling unbalanced, but she's making it through. Well, those are signs of raising your vibration. And it's okay. Not to say that you shouldn't go to the doctor. If you feel like you need to go to the doctor, you go to the doctor. But it's also signs of raising your vibration. So I wish you love, I wish you joy today, and I hope you take some time to reflect and think about possible spiritual gifts that you may have and hone them so you can help others during this time of transition. And if you don't know what they are, then go through meditation, hypnosis, some kind of energy healer, psychic, and they can help you. Well, ask them if they can help you. If not, then contact me. So, and know that you are probably all way showers. You are probably all holding space for everybody. But if you feel that calling, that soul thing of there's something more, I need to be doing something, I need to know more about, and maybe you want to become a medium, you want to become an energy healer, you want to become a hands-on healer, then pursue that in some way. If you have questions, let me know. If you want help, then let me know, or contact any of those kind of people. You can get information in meditation. Ask angels to help you, but you need to be specific. Angels are not allowed to help you unless you give them permission. And once you step onto your path, like once you decide, I'm going to become a hands-on healer, and you actually like move on that path of becoming a hands-on healer, then the angels will help you. But if you're just going, oh, maybe I should become a hands-on healer. I don't know if I should become a hands-on healer. Well, maybe someday I should become a hands-on. They're not going to be able to help you. You have to step onto the path. I know one acquaintance that I have wanted to become a medium, and she wasn't doing anything about it. She just wanted to become a medium. She's always wanted to become a medium, but she wasn't stepping on the path. So I told her, you need to step on the path. The angels can't help you until you step on the path. You have to actually decide, okay, I'm going forward with whatever this is. What gift do I want? Step onto that path. Don't wait for somebody to come knock on your door and say, okay, you can be a medium now. That's not the way it is. You have to activate. You have to step onto it. You know how they say, dress for the role you want? Well, act as if you are in that role. You want to become a hands-on healer, then step onto that path of being a hands-on healer. Whatever it is that you want to bring forward of spiritual gifts, then bring that forward. If you want to know which spiritual gifts you had in past lives, then go to a past life therapist, past life hypnotist, or come to me and we'll look through those and see which ones. So you have many opportunities. Hey, Shady. And I saw Lisa was there too. Thanks, Lisa. So many opportunities. Take some time to reflect and think about which ones are yours, and are you stepping in to your gift? I know you're probably way showers, so just accept that. People are watching you. People are seeing you as the example of how to get through this time period. So I wish you joy, and thank you for joining me today. Bye.